Welcome back to the fourth quarter of the Bobby Dupre Show. And of course, we've got quite a number of pictures and other interesting talk. And we have one more sponsor. Boy, we got our sponsors out
this week. Sears, where America shops. You know, right now this weekend, every weekend I'm in my yard like everybody else. And boy, when you need lawn care equipment, that is the place to go. If you're looking for that good weed eater, looking for that string to put around your weed eater, if you're looking for just the short, I got the little short strings I put on mine. It's a two-stringer type thing. They got the 2-in-1 all to put in the thing. They got the gas cans. They got all the stuff you need. Rod mowers, push mowers. You tired of fighting with that mower that doesn't start, they got one to replace it. And then when you finish and you're tired and you got to go lay down, they got mattresses to put on that bed. They got appliances to wash the clothes that you use to get dirty. They got all the washers, dryers, refrigerators, everything. Go by Sears is where America shops here in Opelousas. And how about more photos?
Let's that's a beautiful
That's the engine.
This is the engine of one of the restored vehicles, and I think next to it are the owners, and they're the Davises. And when I had that 48 Ford that was really beautiful and customized, well, they are the couple that sold it to me. They're from the Ellick, Pineville area. I've been to their home, their shop, and I asked her, I said, you still work at the clerk of court's office? She says, Bobby Dupre, how do you remember that I worked? I said, I don't know. Years ago, what I learned, it's still there. But the today's, I can't give it. Husband is, you know, he's disabled in a sense, but very, very active. And
I wish I could
this
do what he does
car
with them
here is valued not by them, someone else that knows something about cars. It's had a price tag of $125,000. This particular car, it's impeccable.
Oh, it looks beautiful. It's an
gorgeous.
old Chevy, like a 50-something Chevy.
Look like a 55.
There you go.
Yep. And this is John R. Young, kind of hiding out under on the left, with the sunglasses and the little chapeau.
John R. Young likes cars?
Yes, sir. He has a collection of antique old cars himself. And of course, next to him is my hoghead cheese man, Mr. John Benoit. The other gentleman I know and can't think of the name, and the gentleman all the way on the right is none other than Mr. Kelly Cormier. I've mentioned his name a couple of times, and here he is. And everybody was having fun. Slick on the right and his wife on the left, Miss Brenda from Port Barre, Louisiana.
Right. And everybody knows Brenda's family, the Oncals that had Cooney's Bakery for years and all.
That's correct.
And I'm going to come back to Slick a little bit later, talk about the Southern Club a little further down in the show.
And this motorcycle was reconditioned, rebuilt by Tommy Dunbar. And it's being pulled. This is a 30 model Indian motorcycle, and it's being pulled by 29 model Ford Model A.
Beautiful car, beautiful bike.
Cabriolet, I think, is what they call that when it's that rag top.
Has he done a beautiful job in restoring those? And back to the originals, you know, not dialed them up, some kind of modern stuff. Did it like they originally looked. Beautiful.
That's when they're worth more money that way.
Oh, yeah.
And Mr. Joe Carey and his wife, I said, ma'am, the first time I get to see you, no wonder he's hiding you. He don't want everybody to be seeing his pretty wife. But Joe is a retired state trooper and was working at the casino in Marksville doing security work. I'm not sure if he's still working or not, but I see him when we go over to Mr. Robert Nellam's beautiful evenings with fish fries.
I recognize that bike. Who's got that? I've seen that bike before.
The Bobby Dupre bike.
Oh, that's your bike.
That's my bike. Yep, I was riding my little bike Saturday.
You go to Harley.
Yep, my little Harley.
Springer.
And then should have a picture
Some
of
guys at the Steamboat, looks like. I mean, at Willie's at Washington.
Yep, Willie's at Washington, and
go.
that's two of the guys the two guys I was riding with. Dale Swallow Painter on the right, and my little cousin Jude Weibel on the left. And on the right is Bobby Duhan. I'm always, well, they say Duyon because he lives south of I-10.
Right.
And Jim Demmel, and Jim, of course, used to be from Houston. Now he's between Houston and Dallas near Waco, Texas. And he's a cowboy rancher and raises some nice thoroughbred horses. And this
is
young
the
man
boxing
was at the
match.
boxing matches Saturday nights. I mean, I had a full day of things I like to do. And this young man, I watched him when he was a amateur boxer, and later he became, if I'm not mistaken, a pro. And today he is a good Christian, can quote you the Bible, and he just had enough time to, he's helping the coach with these professional fighters out of West Monroe. And of course, that's where
Mr. Buddy
Ambanata, our vice chairman of the Boxing Commission and in charge of the boxing matches. And this young couple here, where's my little cheat slip?
Got a rule now.
Oh, yep. You're gonna have
a bunch.
Yep, I'll have to come back. I know I have it somewhere.
The gentleman and his young son.
And his young son from Youngsville, Louisiana, and it was the little young boy. It was his first time at the races. Good morning to you, and I apologize. And this
Mr.
is Chelsea and Keith, her daddy, Keith Harmon, and the grandpa, Mr. Marion Harmon, who'll soon be 94 years young. And I say young because he's still driving.
He's something else.
And something else is right.
And Mr.
Harvey Darboe pointing at
Mr. Marion.
at Mr. Marion. They know each other real well. And this is the guy that took the hardest punch of the night. He's the referee. One of the boxers, he was trying to break him up, and one was taking a swing at the other one, and he got hit on that. He's got a good nose to hit, too. He's
Defend
got plenty
yourself
nose
at
to
all
hit.
times, even if you're the referee.
Even if you're the referee. Kind of cut him. He actually have a little blood there. But and the announcer, Mr. Vance, Andy Nance was the announcer that night. He stayed on him all night long. But Barry took it in shape.
One of the winners?
Yes, sir. One of the winners right there. And in fact, I think that is the winner named Daniel Batchelder. And he is a heavyweight.
He's big.
About 246 pounds. He TKO'd his man in 39 seconds.
That's a man.
And the man that he was fighting had a good record and was in line for a big bout in New Orleans. And then if you go to the next picture,
that's the Bananos?
Les Banana on the left. The gentleman on the right is the trainer of this young man,
Bananos
Daniel.
have been in the boxing business a long time. They know a good
All
fight.
their lives around New Orleans, and they have a big bout coming up, and Les is trying to get this man, comes out of Saratoga,
New York.
New York.
No kidding.
That's correct. In fact, Carl knows this gentleman on the right, Carl DeVille, because Carl worked up in Saratoga, up at the big racetracks there. So anyhow, we had a great night, and
Dustin Craven's
first time I ever met him personally.
Oh, really?
I had never met him, and he said, "Mr. Bobby, you're right. We had never, we knew."
Probably just seen him as a kid, never really met him as a full-grown man.
Yeah, and then saw him in action working at
correct.
He's been working there since they opened Evangeline Downs. And Billy, again, I told y'all, she's everywhere. It's all night long, all day long. And the young lady on the right that's not, it's not our friend. Roma. I don't think that's Roma. But anyhow, good morning to all of you. And this young lady is one of our 3 Mile Lake owners. She used to work at Blackberry's upstairs. Now she's downstairs working, but hello. And this is Harley. This is Miss Janice Duplantis' grandson. And boy, he was in high form.
One of the quintuplets.
That's correct. Yeah. And he gets to move up right next to the ring when Mason Menard takes the ring, and of course Mason knocked out his man in the 4th round.
No kidding.
And he takes at least an hour after signing autographs, taking pictures with all the young people, and just doing a great job. Mason, keep up the good work. And of course Chad, Bad Chad Broussard, your productions are wonderful. You had just every fight was good. One was kind of quick, 39 seconds, but
it was the challenger that won.
The challenger won.
Yeah.
So he brought him in out of New York to fight. So and
that lady's
one of the ring
too?
girls.
Ring girl.
Okay. Ring girl.
Nothing wrong with that.
No female boxing. And this is Mr. Vinton. Remember I talked about him earlier, and he and Les know each other from the New Orleans area, and I brought Les up there to meet him, and Les's grandson driving home doesn't want to drive at night, and this is Mr. Vinton's good compadre from back home.
Right.
Kind of looking out after him. And let's see, here we have Mr. John Luck and his wife, Miss June Luck. The little shorter lady in there is Miss Tammy Broussard with HBPA, and a horse trainer well known in Louisiana and I guess other states, Sam Bro from New Iberia, Louisiana, successful. And this is Sunday morning on the way to church. I stopped in at Evangeline Downs and went in
at the hotel
and got a quick bite of breakfast. And these young ladies and some others in the restaurant and getting their breakfast, which is part of the accommodation of the room, and they were part of a group playing music at the Washington Catfish Festival, and the Washington Catfish, it must have been the biggest they ever had this weekend. It was packed from Thursday night till Sunday night. And these two ladies are having breakfast, and the lady in the green says it was me that did all the screaming at the races.
At the races, she must have been winning.
And these are my cousins here. My first cousin, of course, is Joanne Chris, I'll get it, Artigo Chris, and then Becky, Lee Fall's daughter, Lee and Beverly, my first cousin Beverly's daughter, Becky's Sammy Deese's wife, and then Belva Little Edwards. And Belva is Lois Little's daughter, and Lois is also my first cousin. So all my little cousins, and we got a big, deep laugh, and I said, you know, Vicky used to always say, Bobby, there's never nothing better to hear out of your mouth than when you laugh and it comes down from the inside the stomach area, you know. And this is over at St. Landry Homestead. I was taking care of some business there Monday. And Kim DeVilliers is all the way on the left, Kathy Savoy in the middle, and Kip Bertrand, the president and the man in leadership role at St. Landry Homestead on the right.
And then we got this gentleman.
This gentleman here is unloading fuel at the Chevron on the Crestwell exit here in Opelousas, Louisiana. And that Chevron, of course, is owned by Scotty Lejeune. Scotty has other convenience stores and Piggly Wiggly in Church Point, and his daddy was John Kelly Lejeune that we saw earlier.
There you go. Find your prayer. I want to remind people with the Southern Club, we showed Slick a little early. If you're looking to help the Southern Club, SaveTheSouthernClub.com is the new website that's going up. You can find Save the Southern Club on Facebook as well. You can give me a call here, 3510732. They're selling bumper stickers to support it. $5 a bumper sticker. Give me a holler and I'll hook y'all up. I'll have some more pictures to show about the Southern next week.
Coach Bobby Bowden, a renowned coach, I might add, Hall of Fame coach, age 83 with the Seminoles out of Florida State, who was at my home on 2 occasions, spoke at the 49th Annual Governor's Prayer Breakfast. Priority number 1 is God. Before you do anything, ask God, is this okay? He said, if it ain't, don't do it. He said other priorities by order are family, other people and education, and somewhere down there is football. Don't make football your God. What a wonderful thought and a wonderful man, Bobby Bowden, who's on the circuit of giving this type of information to youngsters across the nation. Thank you for viewing. Thank you for telling a neighbor. Thank you for watching. And thank you, Andrew, for assisting.